welcome to Herons on the Fly. I'm Glenda and this is Mike. Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to talk about trip planning.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into trip planning. It's one of those things that you need to do well in advance. So today what we're going to talk about is the tools that we use to trip plan, and then we're going to talk about the thought process for coming up with a great trip, and also the time frame for doing all of that. Well, the tools that we use are pretty simple. The first thing we use is a motor carrier atlas, and we've showed this in other videos. Yes. Next thing we use, Rest Stop app that you can get on your phone at Google Play, and I'm sure there's other places you can get it, but it's free. The third thing that we use all the time, All Stays, which is a program that you put in your computer and you can find all sorts of places to stay. When they say all stays, they're serious. It's everything from national parks to military campgrounds. So it's got a lot of stuff there. And the last thing that we do is once we sort of figure out where we want to go, and we start looking at routing and camping and so on and so forth, is we'll use the Google Maps so that we can find out the distance and roads and all that specific. It gets real specific at that point. Hey Glenda, how much time do we have for the trip next year? Do we have to be anywhere? I mean...
Well, I think we've already committed to some months in Craig in June and July, right?
Yeah. How much money do we have for next year's trip? I mean,
well,
do we have enough money to make a long trip next year? Are we going to do a short trip, or where are we with the budget?
Well, we're going to budget about what we did last year.
Okay, so
I think if we go out in May, late May, because last year we left too early and there was a lot of snow.
Yeah, but I don't know if we want to get to, where's our farthest point? Is it going to be Montana pretty much?
Well, our major points are Oklahoma City to see my granddaughter.
Okay.
And then Montana to go fishing, like we always do. But then we're going to head over to Mackinac and do the...
Ooh, that's a long trip.
So, well, we have 6 or 7 months.
Okay, so I guess the farthest point to begin with is going to be Craig, Montana.
Right. So I think that should be one of our major stop points.
Well, along the way, I mean, we got a holiday, and we have a holiday at the beginning. We have Memorial Day, don't we?
Yes. So
we got to figure that out.
Right, where we want to be for Memorial Day. And July 4th, we're going to be in Montana at our spot, so we don't have to worry about that. The only other major holiday we have to consider is Labor Day.
What about the 4th of July?
That's what I just said. The 4th of July, we're going to be in Montana.
See, I'm already confused. On the way up, is there any place we want to stop and check out, or have we sort of run our course with everything along the road? Is there any place we want to go?
Well, I think we need to go from Oklahoma and make a beeline up to Craig. But,
well, if we're going that way, that means it's going to take us through probably the grasslands on the Front Range in Colorado. Well, then we got to go see the grandbabies in Colorado too.
Yeah, I mean that could be
at least for a few days.
So let's kind of do our outline. So it'll be from our starting point to Oklahoma City to Colorado, and then up to Idaho Falls to pick up the boat, Montana. So that'll be kind of the outline. And then once I start digging into things that are going on, if there's baseball games we want to stop at or NASCAR races, I got to check the schedule for all that stuff.
Yeah.
But our main route is kind of set for that. And then from Craig, we're going to head over to Mackinac.
Well, we've got to go back down, drop off the boat, and then we can cut across Wyoming, and then we've got to go up through the middle states, because we only are missing 6 states on our travel map.
we gotta hit those. So I need to check schedules, and I also need to look at things to do because we haven't been to the Upper Peninsula in that area. So I got to do some research.
They say it's really pretty, and we're going to hit that in the fall. But I know along the way there's a place I saw that has they cook steaks on a pitchfork.
I know, I want to go there in North Dakota.
That's in North Dakota. We got to figure out where that is and how to get there and see how far off the beaten path it is. But anybody that'll cook a steak on a pitchfork, I just got to see how this works. I hope they're good steaks.
So, all right. So we kind of have an outline.
You have an idea.
The rough outline. We talked about holidays.
Right.
So Labor Day would be the big one that we've got to decide where we're going to be for Labor Day.
Yeah, and for all of this stuff, because especially around the holidays, we got to book it in advance.
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking at least 6 months, and so we could either do it online or make a call. But a lot of these places are closed in the winter because they're up north and they're covered with snow, and so there's nobody there. Everybody down up there that's running those places is in Florida or down here in Texas.
Sometimes you can book online, though.
If
we have the rough outline, I'll do some research on Google, all the things to do. I'll check schedules of the events and things that we like to do and see if there's anything that we want to do along the way.
Well, we got to also figure out how much time we want to spend in each stop.
Right. Well, I got to see what there is to do first.
Yeah, and not only that, but we really need to take a look at the actual distance of this whole thing, because we got to figure out the fuel. We get 8.5 miles to the gallon in the mountains, and it's looking like it could be a long trip. So we need to calculate how many miles divided by and figure out what it's going to cost us for fuel. And I'll go in on Google and I'll see what the national average is for the cost of fuel, so we can get an average.
Okay.
Now last year we were pretty close to that number, so that worked out all right.
Okay.
So
and then we can calculate our fuel costs, and once we figure out we only want to travel about 250 miles a day.
Yeah, that's better, because
I
don't know about you, but I get after about 125 miles, even 150 miles, I'm tired. I mean, with a motorhome or a travel trailer or a fifth wheel, it doesn't matter. I mean, you got to be so hyper focused on the road that you get mentally tired. At least I do.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not everybody's like that, but.
All right, so I think we kind of have an outline. I just need to drill down on some specific activities and places on my bucket list that I want to see.
Well, like I want to fish the Yellowstone this year.
Oh, that's right. We didn't get to do that.
We've had due to COVID we canceled, due to other things we canceled. Last year was a heart attack.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We've got to make an effort to at least try to do that, if they'll even take our reservation again.
Let me write that down, because I forgot about that.
Yeah, and and then when we sort of figure out what we do, and we look at distances and how long we want to spend in one place or another, I think then I'll get on the Allstays app and I'll see what we can do along the way. We might hit a casino or two along the way if we have any extra money.
Or need a free place to camp.
Or need a free place to camp. Well, not all of them are free.
Well, I know, but a lot of times they are.
All right, so I think we kind of got an idea. When do we want to come back here? When do we want to come back to our home base?
I was thinking, I really want to catch the leaves changing next year, the
up
foliage.
in the
like
UP?
in Mackinac and the way down. I know that's usually probably late September, October. I guess I need to check in and see when peak foliage season is up there.
Yeah, you might need to pack your long johns for that. We just need to figure it out and make sure we budget for it, stick to the budget, and then we can have our fun along the way.
Right. And the big thing, I think, is going to be where we're going to be for Labor Day. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, that's always a thing, because everybody, that's the last hurrah, and that it could even come down to reservations. Not only camping reservations, but activity reservations, and any of these holidays, we don't want to be anywhere near like big events.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I'd be in Vegas this coming week, with the Formula One. I just have no desire to do stuff like that. So, I think we just need to pay attention to that stuff in our planning.
One of the first tools we use is the Trucker Atlas, and that gives us a a wide look at the routes and gives us an idea of what route we're going to take. So they've got the whole United States with all the major routes, and then you can look by state. But one of the most important things is we use this before and then after we're done with planning our route to look at each state. And what's important to do this for is to look at low clearance locations on the routes you're thinking about taking, as well as restrictions on the roads. It also lists phone numbers in each state that you can call in case of inclement weather to check on road closures and things like that. Another tool that we really like to use is a rest stop app that you can get for your phone. We use it in planning and also when we're actually on the road. It lists rest stops by state, so you pick a state that you're interested in or where you're located. This happens to be Arkansas, and it lists all the major routes, so you can pick what road you're on. Say we're on 55, and then it pulls up the rest stops. It will give the actual mileage from where your location is to the rest stop. So if you're running down the road and you need to take a break for lunch, you can pull this up and see how far the next rest stop will be from you. It also lists if they're closed. Some of the rest stops will have dump stations listed on here, as well as if you can stay overnight. Once you pull the maps up, you can also pull up a satellite view and actually see the size of the rest stop and how many truck stop pull-ins there are. So this is a great app, and it's free.
Well, I'm down to Google Maps here, and we're trying to get a picture of mileage and so on and so forth and directions we want to go. So what I've done is I've gone ahead, and if you look at my cursor over here, I put where we're starting, our first stop, our next stop, and then finally up to Craig, Montana. And then we would work our way across the country. But if you look here in the center of the thing, it shows that it's 34 hours of travel, and it's 2,243 miles. Now, it's really longer than that because in an RV, we're probably going to be traveling 65 to 67 following the trucks. So you kind of break it up. What we do is we break it up in 250 mile sections. Okay, now that we have a general idea how we're going to go and we know what states we're going to travel through, let's go over here to all stays. We've already logged in, and we're going to go up to Camp and RV Pro full map. So we'll click on the full map, and it brings up this sort of blue looking, purple looking map. And what this is if you zoom in, and let's go up here to Oklahoma City because that's one of our first stops, and you'll see that it shows Walmarts, it shows Love's fuel stops, it shows campgrounds, it shows all sorts of things. So if you pick one that you might want to stop in, like there's a Walmart Supercenter, you could stop there and you could give them a call because they give the phone number and all, and you could give them a call and see if it's okay to stay overnight. One of the things that we really like about this is like the All Stays app has when it shows an RV park, it'll show you, click on the website link, it'll show you pictures of the park, you can find the rates, what it costs today. A lot of places you can call today, it gives a number, or you can book a reservation right there online. One of the things we love about All Stays is over here there's a little screw, and you can click on that, and that's a dashboard. It says camping everything. And it's like camping everything, maps only, trucks everywhere, rest stops, Walmarts. Then you can also come down here to fuel stops, and you can select the fuel stops that you want to use. If you like going to Love's, you can put only Love's in, and that's the only thing it'll show you is Love's. Or If you want to use America's Best or Flying J or whatever your preference is, you can select that. Stores and supplies. So you can put in Walmart, Cracker Barrel, Bass Pro, Big Five, all these different things that if you wanted to stop there, it will show up on the map so you can make adjustments. There are also bridges and grades. It'll show you that. It'll show you the low clearance spots, and it'll give you low clearance 9 to 10, 10 to 11, and so on, so that you can look at your route that you're thinking about using and say, oh, we can't go that way, we got a low spot, and then confirm that with Trucker Atlas and make sure that's correct. As far as camping goes, you can select independent campgrounds, KOA, Army Corps of Engineers, BLM, city parks, state parks, national forests, wildlife areas, military, elk lodges, moose lodges, casinos. You can find so much information in here that will take you the right direction for your travels and where you can stay. It is an invaluable resource for us, and we use it all the time.
Okay, so when I get ready to drill down into seeing what activities I want to do, I'll just go to Google and type in things to do in Montana, for example. And it will pull up all the major attractions. TripAdvisor always comes up with the top 15 things to do or something like that. I just try and make sure that I'm not going to miss something while I'm traveling. And then you can kind of drill down into what you like to look at. There's another app I love to use because I like to do out of the way things. It's Atlas Obscura, which has kind of the off the beaten track things. You can go into this and you just put in a state that you want to visit, and it lists 62 cool hidden and unusual things to do in Montana. So you can check to see on a map where they're located in the state. So if you're going to be, on the east side of the state, you can drill down on that. Just click on it and it will list the different things that are going on. It's a fun way to try and find some different things to do that are off the beaten trail.
When we trip plan, we talk through where we want to go and what we want to do.
Mm-hmm. And we each have our own things that we really want to do and reasons that we do travel and have an RV. Mike loves to fly fish, so do I, but that's really his big summer thing. So, we each talk about what is on our bucket list and what experiences we want to have so that we both have fun and it's not just one person.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many petroglyphs I've looked at in the last couple of years. We've driven hundreds of miles out of the way to go look at a stick man on a rock wall. But
you've enjoyed it too.
Well, some of them, yes, because I'm always looking for pictographs or pictograms of ancient aliens or something on the rock walls. Unfortunately, I've never found one, but nonetheless, I keep looking. So yeah, we try to enjoy both of the things that we both like, whether it's bird watching in Henderson, Nevada, or whether it's fly fishing on the Missouri River in Montana. Take the time, talk it through, figure out what your budget is, and then once you get all that together and reservations are made and so on and so forth, stick to your time schedule. You really do need to book for things in advance if you absolutely want to do them, or you will not get that opportunity because stuff books up. There's a lot of people RVing anymore. Us baby boomers, there's a lot of us that have RVs and we're going out. So whether you're going out for 6 months or whether you're going out for a long weekend somewhere, plan, figure out what you want to do, and both of you should enjoy it, and it should be something that's for both of you so that you enjoy those things and you enjoy your RV and go have a great time, because the United States is an amazing place to travel.
Yeah, we hope we helped you at least think through the process.
If you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it, like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. We're doing pretty good with our subscribers, but we always could use a few more. And because we are Herons on the Fly, you have a great day.
Thanks for watching.